Hello, my lovely Libras. Welcome to your reading for July 2019. This is for Libra Sun, Moon, or Rising. You are intuitively guided to the channel. You may not be Libra, but you're intuitively guided for whatever the reason. You may be in love with a Libra, or you have signs in the planet of Libra. Whatever brought you here, welcome everyone. I'm so glad you found your way to me. I know there's a million different other avenues you could have taken, so I appreciate the law of attraction because that's what's at work here. Yeah, so welcome. It is a Sunday early afternoon. It's funny because I have a lot of kids in this neighborhood and it's like they haven't woken up yet. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do Libra's reading. The weather is just beautiful. We're right by the window, so you may hear birds singing. I don't know. I like doing it by the window because I feel like I can see the birds. And often I feel like they are the spirit of your loved ones. So, you know, I'm completely open to that. Okay, man, let's get into your reading. July. Well, the year is half over. Heading into 2020. 2020. 2-2. 4. That's good. That's good. I like that. I just realized that. So what? 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're in a 3 energy. And we're moving into a 4 energy. Excellent. It's so weird because I'm recalling doing readings on the year 1 energy. And I can't believe we've moved that far past it already. Wow. Time is flying. So we're moving into a 4 energy, which is stability, setting down roots. And maybe that's why so many of us feel, you know, kind of unsettled or having major life changes to prepare us, to get us, you know, where we need to be as we enter into the energy of the 4 year. All right, I'm going to put these back down on the table because I feel like there's a lot of energy around me. So what I want to do is I just want to, everyone, just take a couple deep breaths. Just clear your mind while you do that. Breathe in and fill your belly with air. I'm going to ask you to release the outcome and to go with the flow. I, as always, invited my whole family on the other side in to our reading, and your guides, of course. All right, my loves, let's begin. Libra, July 2019. What will be? Okay, so we open your reading with the 9 of Wands. We're looking towards the future. So, you know, this is someone who's been working on something for quite a while. And I almost feel like, you know, I'm looking towards the future of maybe exactly when I'm going to set down the roots of this project or whatever it is that I'm manifesting. When I say I'm manifesting, I mean I'm putting in the physical work, excuse me, but I'm also allowing myself to see the big picture, especially with the 9 there, the ability to see the big picture and see the picture of where I was and the building blocks I put in place. You know, this may be in a time when you feel, you know, beaten up. You know, you may have been having like a lot of money problems, you know, struggles, challenges put before you. But you got through them, and you continue to get through them. And, you know, I just feel like I'm feeling something here where, you know, I kind of gave my blood, sweat, and tears, and I have a little left, but I'm still moving forward, and I just feel that there's a big payoff. There's something, and you know this, you know, you may not know it as in a guarantee, but you're feeling it. There's a knowing within you. We have the Page of Cups. It's like you're about to present something. We have Justice, which is your card, Major Arcana for Libra. We have the Eight of Cups. So something within the Justice card is giving you a sense of freedom, or it's giving you the ability to change a situation, to move on from a situation, to fix a situation, something where I can now move out of, you know, the Nine of Wands energy, which, you know, it's a very focused energy. I have my eye on the prize, right? It doesn't make it easy. So something, you know, I'm looking at this Eight of Cups and the Page of Cups, and he's holding a Cups, and that makes up the Nine of Cups. So it's about going after your dreams, right? Your desires. And I like that I have the Eight and then the Page holding this cup, because that takes you into the energy of self-fulfillment. And whether Justice is standing, and we'll figure this out, whether Justice is standing here as a karmic debt paid off. Who just had that? Somebody just had Leo. Yeah, Leo. Big karmic debt paid off. And you may be going through the same thing. Maybe all of us, you know, maybe it's, I don't know. Why am I thinking like Saturn, right? Okay, well, let's see what else we have. We have the Hangman. We have the Chariot. Beautiful. So we have Cancer. And we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. So this is showing me that, you know, you have been worried about some kind of fair treatment, of justice, of it's funny because I'm looking, you got the Hangman, and then you have the Chariot. So no movement, and then movement. It's almost like the Hangman turns around in between these two cards. We have another 9 on the board also. So, you know, 9s to me are about the journey, and it asks us to just take a quick look back, and understand the building blocks we put in place. You know, it's to look back to see your own strength, not to look back at any kind of judgment, even though I have Libra here. But it's seeing the truth, right? It's seeing the true picture. Anyway, I do think a little look back will help you see and appreciate how far you've come, okay? Whatever this is in. But it's showing me your effort to keep moving forward. Let's get our last card out here. Too many cards. So, it seems like justice in some way holds the key to your freedom. I have the Page of Pentacles. Look at this. I have the 10 of Pentacles and I have the 10 of Cups together. What? Wow. I mean, you know, that's, you know, what's that saying? Oh my gosh. Can't have your cake and eat it too? You can't have your cake and eat it too. Am I saying that wrong? Because why couldn't you have your cake and also eat it? Because you would eat it. Something's mixed up in my brain right now. It's weird. But this is having your cake and eating it too. Okay. I think what I want to do, look at that. I have the star card on the bottom of the deck. So this is about energy you're manifesting. Energy that you're creating. And, you know, even you can even look at that. It's the energy of hope, right? It's the energy of asking you to stay hopeful. You know, you're at the end of that journey. There's been a lot gained. Something, you know, the Page of Cups is really about self-love first. So I know the one thing that you've gained along this journey is a better understanding of yourself and a more appreciated opinion of yourself. And, you know, if I just read it across like that, that's exactly what it's saying. You know, good job. And universal energy paying attention. So it's almost like the freedom coming from the Justice card, which Libra is your card. So it's almost like, you know, judging yourself and then giving yourself the green light. But not in I shouldn't say judge. Giving yourself the green light. But it's your higher self. And maybe you're now feeling the energy, you're allowing your higher self to incorporate within, you know, the energy. Okay, I want to bring the clarifiers right out. Yeah, let's see. Let's bring out the crystal vision. Did a couple shuffles, even though they're ready already. So we have a 9 and a page, a 9 and a page. You know, there may be someone who you're worried about hearing the truth. You're worried about you probably have a legal case right now. And, you know, I'm not sure what it's in, though it's surrounded by cups. So I know there's an emotional attachment. And what I mean by that, I mean, there maybe has to do with finances with the Page of Pentacles there. But there's an emotional attachment there too, you know, so it could be anything. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring these out. And I'm trying to think, do I want to start at the beginning or do I want to start at the end? I think I should start at the beginning. So we're going to start with the 9 of Wands. I want to see where your focus has been. Just what we're supposed to know about it. And I have to feel the 9 of Wands too. This is energy. You know, the energy that I've been using to get me through is collective energy. It's energy of having been in similar situation previous lifetimes, right? This is the information I retain. And that's why with the 9, it says, before you move to the 10 and you finish this journey, just take a look back. There's some valuable lessons that you've gained. And it benefits you to know what these are. So, because they are now part of you. Okay? It's almost like receiving superpowers, Okay, you've completed this, and now you have enhanced hearing. Your third eye is activated. Those kind of things. Okay? Excuse me, carbon fly. Okay, so I have the Queen of Wands. That would be, if it's a person, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I have the Tower. Okay, so something happened with this Queen of Wands in yourself, with the Tower coming down. Is this your energy trying to get the Tower to come down? Let's see. It's weird because I'm not really feeling like any emotion. Any emotion with the Tower. Normally I feel it right away. Does that mean that you didn't feel anything? Okay, a couple cards fell, but we're going to go ahead and take them. The reason I'm taking them is because the Nine of Wands popped back up again, and it's the only card that's face up. So, we're reading off that energy. I don't have to keep clearing my throat. Okay, who is this Queen of Wands? And why is the Tower attached to her? And what is your effort here? What's your effort within this? What's it about? So I get the Nine of Wands again. Look at that, I have the Four of Wands. Wow, so, this could certainly be a divorce for some, with justice here. Definitely the end, something definitely came down. I don't know at this point if this was current energy or previous energy, because my outcome is the 10, the two tens, the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Well, let's see what else we have here. I have the Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh, I have the World. And look at this. The Ace of Cups. So, this is your energy. Okay? This is what we're looking at. The beginning of your reading. I have the Queen of Wands. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could be Leo. Could be any of them, but I don't know. I felt Leo there. And definitely the breaking up, right? The breaking up of a relationship. I do feel like I was probably married to him, because I am reading Justice right now, not only as your card, telling me that justice is here for you, but I am also reading it as, could be an actual judge, okay, because I have the Nine of Cups over here. I have the Eight of Cups over here. This following, if this is a decision, following that decision. So in a sense, it's setting me free. It's setting me free to follow my own desires. Okay? So that type of freedom I'm talking about, whether it's freedom from a person, freedom from the financial, expectations. Something is setting me free. Now, then allows me, I'm not like moving forward right off the bat feeling great. But what's keeping my focus is the Nine of Cups, self-fulfillment. Okay, so I have this self-fulfillment, right? So this is what you're heading towards, and that's beautiful. But here I have, wow, what energy around this Queen and you. Now, this Queen can be a king, by the way. Let's talk about the Queen real quick, because it doesn't have to be a fire sign. This is someone, this is a go-getter, right? This is someone that normally is like, I don't know why I want to say early to rise, out with the day. And if they're not, then something's wrong. It's that type of energy. Like if they're just sitting around doing nothing, there's something going on with them, okay? This person is someone who doesn't think and then reacts and then thinks. And I have a feeling for most of their life, it served them well. But probably not always, okay? But it has served them well. I do feel like this is someone who is in tune with their intuition. And I do want to say, I don't know why I'm picking this up, I feel like this person's also in tune with their dark side. I don't know why. And I'm saying in tuned because I feel like they know how to use this dark side perfectly. Whether that be in a form of manipulation. But inherently, I feel like this person is really quite a great person. It's just someone's like, you know, I don't know what to compare it to, but, you know, when you see something for the first time, you want to, like, wow, and you want to dabble in it for a little bit. But then normally you go back to the tried and true. Okay, Tower's following this queen. Okay, let's look down here again. So I have the nine of wands again. So I definitely feel like I put in effort towards this relationship. You know, I held this relationship in high regards. And then, you know, I'm seeing the 9 of cups after the 4 of wands. So I feel like for some of you, probably not all of you, depending how much this person lived in their dark side, is probably where your answer lies. Because I feel like for some of you, I do feel like you want it again. And I'm saying that because who I'm talking to right now, you feel a special connection to this person. You know that the two of you can be good together. You know this. Whether you know this through experience or you're just feeling it, like, but you have a deep knowing of it's like, I know that we can truly be everything that I imagine, right? And maybe while this person's living in their dark side, you couldn't quite get them there. But it's not really up to you, it's up to them. And maybe that's why you're feeling frustrated, right? Because you're trying to get them to see that. But, you know, when you go internal like that, it's really up to them. There's not much that can happen. And this Tower is following that. So, almost like a universal energy. But yet, I know here, you still have this connection. You know this person's special to you, okay? And then moving into the next chapter, which is perfect to have the world here with this 9 of wands. This is showing us the progression that whatever it is you set your focus on here, that you do accomplish with the world card. World card's also about making sure that you are keeping your spirituality an important part of everyday life. You know, your intuition, your knowing, you know, trust that, okay? Trust that. Because if you're about to set off on this, you know, new adventure type of thing, you know, that's why you want to keep your spirituality in check, okay? It just help. And then you have the Ace of Cups there. So the Ace of Cups is in this next chapter. It's in the next chapter. It's like the changing of the guard. Changing of the guard. You know, and let's say this whole thing is flipped for you. And you're the one who's been waiting on someone, okay? You know, and maybe you've tried to put some effort to get things to speed up, but you couldn't have, okay? Because what the person that you're waiting for is going through, it's important. So it is about life and soul lessons. I should say soul lessons, okay? So these are the lessons we carry for eternity. That's what it's about. These are the lessons that when we go home, we will then be talking about to, our other soulmates. We'll be going through, like, guess, like, let me tell you about this experience, right? So think about that. And that's why it's important to, number one, allow someone else to go through what they need to go through, but allow yourself to go through what you need to go through. So, when this person's time is done, it'll be done. And here's a chariot right beside it. Okay, I'm going to keep these out. And let's see. Where should I go next? I also don't want to forget we have the star on the bottom of the deck. So this is the overall energy, right? So this is a period of, dreams coming true, period. Dreams coming true. And then you have it again in the Nine of Cups. And once this chapter opens, the Ace of Cups is the first thing on this next part of your journey. Okay, let's go a little deeper. Let's get on the Hangman, right below the Nine of Wands. Whether this is your energy or someone else's, let's get into it. I can't help but keep glancing up and seeing that Four of Wands, which is that beautiful connection. That is a happy relationship. It truly is a happy relationship. And next to it is the Nine of Cups. And below is the World and the Ace of Cups. So, even if for some, a divorce. Probably not for everyone, though, okay? I feel like the Tower is more, for some of you, just about the ending of the ending of the prior relationship. I always get people coming back in my reading, and I worry because I worry that you guys are just going to be like, come on, Sandy. But, I can't help it. I have to read what's here. And there's a lot of you. So a lot of you do have this energy happening to you. And there's going to be different versions, different layers. So, okay, anyway. We'll go to Hangman. I have the Five of Wands. I have the Six of Swords. Well, that's good. So you're moving up from competitive energy, let's just say. We have Temperance. Wow. Card Sagittarius. And you have the Four of Pentacles. So, this is telling me that you probably haven't felt grounded, felt like yourself in a while. Doesn't mean your world falls apart, right? It just means, like, yeah, I still got to go about my everyday, but man, I just don't feel like myself. That's what I feel here. And it is like the pulling of a planet. I really have to learn more about it because I feel the energy, but I can't 100% tell you what planet it is. But I'm feeling that pull, right? And you feeling that energy of, like, the universal pull, but in, like, a slow, kind of torturous way. Wow, I know that feeling. Okay, that's changing. A time period when, conflict. The Five of Wands, though, I don't know, maybe I'm the only reader, but I often feel within the Five of Wands that I'm really mirroring someone else's energy. And this is why it seems that sometimes things don't get solved. Because we're almost too much alike. And, or we're both, we want our opinion heard, but there's just doesn't seem like there's a victor in it, right? So if I'm fighting with this person, like, nobody walks away like, haha, I won. Haha. I think what has to happen here is more of an understanding of why we're doing what we're doing. Okay, so I can take this two ways, right? I can either have an understanding of why we do what we do, hence then solve the problem once and for all, or I can move on from that energy and just kind of give it up. So it's really up to me here. What I personally would choose, what's pulling me, is the figuring out why we do what we do, because it's telling me it's solvable. And I kind of know, because I'm thinking more about winning, or they think more about winning. It's both of us. It's both of us. We're thinking more about winning the argument. You know, I said this on somebody else's reading, but this is the energy I feel like right here. I don't know when this was, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Me and my boyfriend were just like bantering back and forth. Exactly the Five of Wands energy. And back and forth. And then I said to him, I'm like, Sam, I'm like, why are you treating me like shit? And he said, I'm treating you like shit because you treat me like shit. Because you're treating me like shit. And I said, well, I'm treating you like shit because you treat me like shit. And we're just like, So, you know, I'm like, okay, so you're treating me like shit because I treat you like shit. And I treat you like shit because you treat me like shit. I'm like, maybe we just need to stop treating each other like shit. You know, because that would have been a never-ending circle. And if I was married to him, it would have ended in divorce, right? Because it just would have kept digging itself downward. Now that we understand it, it's over. It's over, okay? And we've moved beyond it, and, you know, our love just keeps getting deeper and deeper because we are taking a moment and figuring it out instead of allowing our egos to overtake it, which is, you know, hey, listen, I'm 58. It took me a long time to learn this shit. But I've learned it. And now I can recognize it pretty quickly and then hence make a change. But it's like the universe is saying, it's really your decision here, Libra. It's totally up to you. Yeah, I'm looking at the Six of Swords, and she's moving directly up to the World card. So this can certainly be the energy of being willing to just set my swords down, right? I'm just going to set the swords down. They're getting heavy. I'm tired of carrying them anyway. I'm just going to let them go. And listen, this is being led by love. Led by love. You're being led by love here. Okay? Love is the pulling energy into this next chapter. Could be why the Page of Cups is front and center, right? Front and center, and the Ace of Cups right after I make this change. I feel this Ace of Cups energy, okay? Whether someone is immediately in my world, whether in your world, the energy of them is in your world. It's like the building plan has begun. And, you know, it's like you go over, you're building a home. You go over, you know, you're ripping out walls, but you can still see the bigger picture. You can see it finished in your mind. It's kind of the energy you're moving into. Even if it's not right in front of me, I almost can feel and see what can be, right? Okay, so is Temperance waiting for you or them to get a true sense of balance? You know, Four of Pentacles is also about hanging on to one's own ideas maybe too tightly. You know, it's my way or the highway. You know, like you have to see it. It's almost like this four is that big X. You know, like you can't enter the path of this forest unless you kiss my ring. Unless you tell me I am correct. That I know it all. Temperance is saying, look at that. Look at that. Because is that becoming something that I'm hanging on so dearly to that I'm blocking my own growth, but maybe I'm even blocking others' growth here, because I feel like, boom, like this X just appears, and Temperance is about divine timing, so she's behind that energy. So I feel like, I feel like you could block it. You could block it. It's the mixing of the fire and water. It is, if this is love, then we want this love to go through Temperance. Because we know it's been divinely guided then. We know that when it shows up, it's the perfect time. Even if I wanted it 6 years ago, 6 months ago, when it shows, it's the perfect time. Okay? But be careful not to block it. One of the lessons you're learning within this Nine of Wands, if I look back, is a sense of patience, is knowing that everything can't be, I want something, can't be right there. There's things I need to work for. But the appreciation I have afterwards is indescribable. Okay? Okay. So what's the Hangman here for? Well, Temperance is telling us there's some type of perception I have, idea I have about someone else, something else, and I may need to just consider, just consider what is it I'm hanging on to that really is not going to serve me moving forward, right? Because there has to be that awareness for the Chariot then to come in. You may be worried the Chariot's never going to come in. The Chariot to me is the vehicle that takes you anywhere you want to go, right? It's the vehicle that tells you nothing is impossible, to dream big. What it asks of you is to have a real sense of balance, right? A sense of clarity within yourself, and to be grounded. And then the Chariot, because the Chariot wants to take you. Well, look, with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. But if I have the Nine of Swords and, and I'm hanging on to last year's ideas and that type of thing, and I'm not willing to budge, I don't think the Chariot will come in. And you know what? Let's go ahead and put some cards on the Chariot right now. Here are the birds. I will send a group of birds to show up. I don't know, but they put a big smile on my face. Okay, Chariot. The Ace of Cups. I'm looking at this cup that and I'm sorry I'm not picking up the cards today. I don't know why. I feel like the Page of Cups is the key to the Chariot. Just notice this big place to put a key, and it almost looks like the shape of the cup. So it is self-love, right? Self-understanding, and a true sense of balance that, again, opens up the Chariot. Okay, so we got the Eight of Pentacles on the Chariot. It tells me it's exactly what you're working towards. You're working towards balance. You're working towards grounding yourself. You may be moving deeper into your creativity. Look at that. Wow. I have the Six of Pentacles. I was going to say the Six of Balance. But this is a card of balance. This is a card of give and take. Receiving. Giving and receiving. Right? I give love and I allow myself to receive love. This is the energy of compassion and empathy. And seeing, I kind of feel like I'm seeing, like I am moving up dimensions, 3D to 5D, 5D to 9D, that type of thing. Wow. So, listen, this is part of why this journey that you've been on, this chapter that you've been on, that's about that's about to wrap up. This is why the lessons are important, because look at what it does afterwards. It truly, right? The world comes in. First thing we're met by is this beautiful Ace of Cups, unconditional love. Well, the Six of Pentacles is all about unconditional love, but it's also about receiving it, like feeling it, right? This is what you've been working on. So yes, this Chariot is a real blessing. It's a yes to your future. Well, and look at that. And we have the Chariot again. Chariot on the Chariot. Wow. I just want to say, if you're saving up to buy a car, I just feel like the perfect car will find its way to you. You'll find your way to it. This is a good time, when this Chariot comes in, when you move into this chapter, right? 9 is over. I'm going to take one more, and I don't know where I was just going with that. Sorry. Okay. Pardon me, flying. Excuse me. I have the Moon. Card of Pisces. Also, Cancer is ruled by the Moon, and we have the Chariot right next to it. So, for some of you, this is like a double Cancer. This is like you can't deny type of Cancer. You may be a Cancer, in love with a Cancer, but this is kind of like, you're saying, probably not my Cancer. Well, probably is. And look at that. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. So, the effort that I'm putting in, the 8 of Pentacles, it's the effort that I put in. I am putting my head down with the 8 of Pentacles. I'm not worrying about outside noise, right? Outside opinions, influence. I am concentrated on me, my growth. And, for some of you, it's your career and definitely your creativity, right? Creativity coming alive. Definitely working on spirituality and balance, and then receiving it. And hello, the Chariot showing after the 6 of Pentacles. Well, you know how I just said nothing is impossible? Well, here you gotta believe it, right? Because here I am. The Chariot's coming in, which is universal energy, but it's what I call in, much like the Tower, right? I really am the one that's calling it in, but it's like a universal helping hand. And to bring in the Chariot with so much lovely energy. Wow. Nonetheless, moving into the 10 of Pentacles, I feel like the Moon is saying, you ask too many questions, Sandy. I do. I feel like that's what was just said to me. Like, because I'm looking at the Chariot jumping to the 10 of Pentacles with the Moon in between. And first thing I thought was like, wonder what the Moon is representing here. And it's like I heard, you just asked too many questions, Sandy. I don't know. But I'm going to look at the Moon nonetheless. Full Moon. Something about a full moon. Is something about the cycles of the moon. Cycles of the moon are important here. You may be someone, much like I am, where I definitely feel the effects of the moon. I just do. And it's the first thing I think of now. Like, if I'm feeling a certain way, I'll be like, wonder what's going on in the moon. Or even planetary action. The moon seems particularly strong here, and for you. But I still want to look just one more level, please. One more level. One more level. For many of you, though, I know it's representing a Pisces. Or a Cancer. Okay. I have the Queen of Swords, Aries, Libra, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Judgment, the Empress, Strength, and the Two of Swords. And I'm just looking at the Moon card, because it's what stands between the Chariot and the Ten of Pentacles. So I think it's important that we get to know this a little bit more. Alright, so I feel like I'm almost going back to the card of Libra, Justice, and Judgment coming in here saying, you know, whatever this was, it was like the final call, right? It's the final curtain call. It's the energy of asking you to allow yourself to be almost like reborn, right? Reborn into energy that you've been building, which is the Six of Pentacles. Whether you reached it yet or not, if you're aiming for that, I already know, you know, it's going to take you wondrous places. How could it not? How could it not? Period. We can say, you know, bullshit, this and that, but the truth of the matter is, if we lead our lives with love, it returns to us. And that's just a fact. So we need to really think about that when we start to complain about certain things like, how am I feeding this energy? What do I need to take away from it? That type of thing. You know, the Moon, to me, feels very much like a knowing coming forward with the Empress underneath it. Very much like, almost like just an epiphany comes to me, and that epiphany alone can change my life. How does it change my life? Well, it changes my thinking, which then changes everything else, right? Because it all begins with the thought. So this Empress, who may have felt like she was in the dark, something comes to her, like, and it does feel like a thought, an epiphany. You know, I'm saying a thought, but you just know the difference. Like, you'll feel the difference. Like, this doesn't feel like a thought that I thought up, right? Because it's like a higher energy, right? Epiphany coming that helps clear the way. Because this is what's happening for Libra, clearing the way. I just realized I have my mom, my sister, and my son right in a row. All three passed. And I'm feeling like, and my sister's a Libra, by the way, I'm feeling like the answer is coming almost like from above. Almost, I feel like it's saying to me, you know, here represents, well, three people that I love with all my heart, helping me to make a decision, right? And for them to help me, I have to be able to feel that. And then I have to be able to take that and have a knowing about it. I have to trust that knowing that this help is truly help. Does that make sense? I have to be able to grasp that to a point, okay? Because guidance is always there for you. You know, I feel like where our angels can step in and help is very few places without your permission, period. I always invite my family into our readings, always. So I'm never surprised when they show up. But I feel like they're showing up as a message for you to say that when you receive these signs, trust them, because these signs are moving you, helping you to eventually have this Ten of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Pentacles twice. So I know it means financially you're feeling good. I know that this Four, the Temperance is saying, you know, put down some of these self-limiting beliefs and hanging on to too much. I could be hanging on to too much of like how I want things to show up for me. This is about flow. The Ace of Cups. Right as soon as this chapter begins with the Ace of Cups, that's about flow. It's about beautiful flow, universal flow. It's love for all things, right? All things, all people. But it's feeling the love too, allowing yourself to feel universal love. Down here, allowing yourself to feel it becomes your guidance. And, you know, using the night sky, using the sky as a guide. Don't discredit that. Use it. I feel like it's really important for you, Libra, to use that. Okay. Alright, guys. I'm going to move into these 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. I've been waiting. I've been patiently, patiently doing the cards. Okay. I do feel like I have to, we're going to hold off. Okay, because I feel like I got to look at Justice, and I want to look at the Nine of Swords attached to that. I just want to get a little bit of a better understanding, and then we'll move into the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So I want to know, like a card flipped. There. Oh my gosh. Maybe the Lovers just jumped out of there. Jumped out. Almost like I tried to flip. I'm the one who tried to flip, and I flipped out of the deck. Possible card of Gemini. Coming over your energy. Libra. We have Gemini and Libra right there. Okay, well, I want to know more. You know, the Lovers on a basic tarot level is a head over heart decision, right? I have to make a decision, and, I can follow my heart, follow my head, which is right. Not knowing what to do with the Nine of Swords, right? Overthinking it, overthinking every little thing, instead of just allowing things to flow. Like, we overthink, we project of how we and the other person is going to be a year from now, 2 years. How do we know? Like, we shouldn't project that way. And we don't want to project negativity forward, right? We don't want to be, like, constantly in a state of worry about what might be. Because is that not then creating more worry in the future? Turning that around, okay? I never think it's a good idea to make a decision based out of this energy. You're always going to go towards what the fear is telling you to do. Fear is the dark energy, right? We're just so afraid. We're so afraid. So I know. I mean, I go through it too. But then I tell myself, well, what is wrong with you? Why am I so afraid? Like, why am I so afraid of love? Why am I so afraid of this? If I get hurt again, I get hurt again. I will survive because I have survived. That I know is the truth. I will survive because I have survived. And if I do get hurt again, maybe next time I won't wallow in it so long, and I'm just going to forget it and get moving. That is the plan I truly have. But until all that happens, if it happens, I'm going to let love lead me and not fear. I have the Page of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So number one, you've been asked to have a lot of patience, no doubt. Maybe for the last 9 years. Maybe it's been a true whole cycle of 9 years for you. I do believe we run in 9-year cycles. That's easy to track, right? Go back. Think about it. Especially if you're someone in that 9-year about to end. You can look at each cycle and just see the growth. It's really easy if you choose to do that. But anyway, I can see that you've been asked to have a lot of patience. It tells me that for whatever reason why it was important, right? Because it is about the building blocks. Even the building blocks are two separate people. Like, even if I'm not together with this person, I see the connection everywhere, right? I see that, you know, it is the type of energy. Like, we could break up 10 times, but I still want to come back to you, you know. Then, if that's the case, we're not working through our problems then, right? We're staying in old problems, and we're not working through them. We're not eliminating them one by one, and that may be our very problem here. We're not allowing ourselves to have growth here. Holding on to too many opinions, too many, it's got to be this way, that way. And again, you know, I know we all say, yep, that's exactly like they were. But this is about two people, okay? It's two people doing the same type of energy. And nobody benefits from it. And you need to, like, you know, it's saying for things to get better, I've got to be able to put these swords down. How do I put my swords down? I just need to know what they were, how they were created, right? Did they get created out of fear? Like, if I be carrying this stuff around because they're fear swords, or do I really need them? Do I really need to protect myself like that? I mean, what's going to really happen? I don't know. You know, it is like written in the books, though. Written in time. Can you ask the universe to cut you free from this connection? I don't think you can be cut free from the connection, but I do feel like you can ask to help forget. But this is just the connection that, you know, you'll always feel this connection. It just is what it is. You're always going to feel it. You know, the minute you met, it triggered, and it will always be there. So you're just going to have to accept that. All right, I have the Five of Swords, and I have the Four of Cups. My loves, all I can say is this is prior energy. It has a lot to do with communication, everything, and how two people treated each other. You know, even a certain maturity level. But what I know for sure is people mature over time. It's funny because I'm seeing this little bird. I'm going to take one more now. This bird feels like it's symbolizing something. Clarify that for me. You know, we didn't get a ton of people in this reading, so this tells me this is more about our energy. And how we're portraying our energy is what is the creation forward, moving forward. I had the Hierophant. Okay. The Hierophant, I feel, when it shows up over love, it's talking about a couple different things. The Hierophant asks us to come from our highest self, okay, in our everyday life, just in being a person, coming from the higher self. The ability, knowing that the ability is there, okay, so not being asked because everyone should, which maybe everyone should. This is because you can, because it's really what you want, right? And again, how could you not be living from a higher, even a higher type of love? You know, it's like I saw you ascending. I saw you. Hierophant is also card of Taurus, by the way. You know, I feel like for some of you, it's a need to Where do I need to get grounded in? You need to get grounded in your faith. You know, if you have, you know, this may be because this is what you're taught, and I don't even feel right talking about this because this is everyone's own choice, but I feel like I do have a little bit of a limited belief. How do I say this without offending anyone? I don't want to offend people. Okay, I'm just going to give you my opinion. You know, I'm Catholic. I don't go to church, but I talk to God all the time. All the time. I have read the Bible, but I believe there's much more to life than just the Bible, okay? And that's what I'm trying to say here. Now, that is my opinion. You know, I just feel like there is so much left out. So much. And I feel like some people aren't willing to expand their minds because the book is telling you, you know, certain things. Now, this is just my opinion, and I'm not judging people. I don't care. People can do whatever they want, truly. I don't judge. Do whatever you want. That's all. Just don't kill me. That's all I care about. Okay, anyway. Because I feel like there's, you know, this expansion of mind. Whether you're being asked to have this expansion of mind or it's just naturally happening, an expansion of the mind, a higher, you know, seeing and knowing, a higher knowing. It's a trusting, okay? Okay. I want to go over to the Ten of Pentacles. And actually, I want to pick these up because I want to really break them down so I know exactly what they are for you. Well, as much as we can. And I'm going to do one more thing. I am going to bring out the Cosmic Tarot. Though I do want to bring your Ace to the surface. There's the Lovers. I want that out. Alright, so we're going to break these down for you. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. I hate to go. I have the Seven of Wands. I have the Prince of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Can be younger energy. Can be of the past. Whoa. Excuse me, and a card fly. Okay, let's put these in order. Alright, so I got the Seven of Wands, the Prince of Cups. I have the Two of Wands. And look at this. I have the Ace of Cups again. So, right after I begin, there's that Ace of Cups there to meet me again. I have the Moon is back, and look what's with the Moon. The Ace of Swords. So, Is this universal truth? Is this a knowing within myself, deep within myself, my direction, right? What was hidden is now revealed, you know? What is created in the dark comes to light. All that. But this is knowing. This is a true knowing. Wow. And with the Ace of Cups here. So, you know, you're beginning something. You're beginning something where the ultimate outcome, potential, right? Potential is everything you want. Is a happy home and a happy family. It's about my energy. And look, the energy that's pouring down into these, in the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, is the Ace of Cups and the willing, the beginning, right? So this may be saying, you know, this Ace of Cups exists on this next chapter. Just know it. Just know it. Because it does. And the eventual outcome is the 10 and the 10, right? But we're at the beginning here, the 2 and the Ace. It's the beginning. But, you know, so what? Eventually, we can have it all. The 9s are telling us about the journey, like pay attention to the journey. Well, this is the one type of journey you definitely want to pay attention to, or allow yourself to experience. So what? You're just at the beginning. It is the beginning, and it's beautiful, right? It doesn't promise rainbows and puppies, but probably 70% of the time, okay? But that 30%, you're already equipped. You're equipped. Otherwise, the Chariot wouldn't have came in. Otherwise, justice wouldn't have showed up in the manner that it did. You know, Temperance wouldn't have shown up asking for certain things before the Chariot then comes in. The Chariot is, you know, there is no limit. The sky is the limit, and it's a connection, right? As above, so below. So it can take me, yeah, anywhere, anywhere. Even knowing who I am on a deep level, because it's probably important, right? I have to like who I am. I have to learn to really like who I am. Because as I do that, I open myself up to more joyous energy. And I have to keep remembering that. Like, if I want more joy in my life, I need to open myself up to it. Well, I don't know. We'll give it one more shuffle. We'll put 2 under it. Or whatever comes out. Well, hello, the Sun. Beautiful energy, card of Leo. You know, this is the energy of really feeling good again. This is the energy of having little burden on your mind. You know, you could have the exact same stresses that you had in your last cycle, but in this cycle, they don't feel like stresses. I can get right over them, right? I can accomplish. Why? Because I know how now, right? Collective wisdom, been here. So when a challenge is, just like I was saying earlier about Sam and I, where, why are you treating me like shit? Because you're treating me like shit. You know, I can recognize quickly, right? My actions, other people's actions, things are illuminated to me. You know, good things, but even things that can hurt my future, but I'm quickly able to eliminate, react, get rid, right? I have too much joy in my heart. Not too much, but you know what I'm saying. How beautiful. The Sun is a rebirth. Excuse the planes going by. When a plane goes by, I always wonder, like, I wonder where they're going. I wonder who's in that plane. You know, like, my curiosity is just ridiculous. It's off the chart. Hello. Look at your card, Justice, showing back up there again. How beautiful. So, the last two cards, you know, and I wasn't going to take two more, and I thought, no, I feel like they need something at the feet. You have the Sun and Justice, both major arcanas, by the way. So, you know, it is major change, major change in feelings. Some, it's major changes, right? 10 of Cups. This is, you know, this is togetherness with someone. This is harmony with someone, and we're definitely living together. And then the 10 of Pentacles. This is a real strength in my foundation. You know, you go back to Temperance, who is followed by the 4, right? Asking for that strong foundation. Then the Chariot comes in. So, there it all is, guys. You know, your path being illuminated to you also. It is the feeling, right? Not so much in my mind. It's in my heart. It's in my, you know, which is, I feel where your soul's at. So, I mean, soul's everywhere. And there, I think I'll let it be. I love you guys so much. Thank you for putting up with my long readings, by the way. Just thank you. That's all. Thank you. And thank you for your subscribes. And by the way, if you're new and you subscribe, you know, hit that bell. I know they made changes to the bell. Why don't you just leave it alone, right? I don't know why you need a bell. Like, if you subscribe, then you should automatically get the notifications. But sometimes we make things so difficult. But just keep that in mind, because, you know, and you want to check too, not just for me, but for other people too, because I'm telling you, like, they go up and down, and I don't know, there's someone sleeping at YouTube where they need to keep a better eye on this, you know what I mean? I left a notation. I said, you know, if I ran my company like this, I would have been fired. Just certain things, you know, but as a creator, like, I want to know that my person's going to get a notification. I want to know that. I want to know that. I don't have to worry that they're going to miss it, because I know some messages, you know, I feel your energy. So, and I read your comments. I always read your comments. And I definitely pick up on your energy. So, sometimes I will think, oh, I wonder, you know, I hope so-and-so got this. And no, I can't put names, because I think so many people, because I do read my subscriber list too. And I say your name out loud to myself. I just do, because I want it in my brain, because I'm so grateful for you. So thank you, guys. Thank you for your beautiful donations too. It's truly what keeps this channel alive, and allows me just to feel creative, you know, so I don't feel too blocked, because I'm worried about money. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing. You know, sometimes you hear a message and you're like, wait a minute, it may not be for me, but I know exactly who this message is for. I appreciate so much when you then share it with that person, because you're helping me get the message to who needs to hear it. And I know that there's healing in these messages. If I didn't know that for sure, I would not be doing this. I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be doing it just to do it. I do it because I want to help, right? I want to help the community, and I want to help heal. And I think we all have this capability of helping heal each other. And sometimes it's just through our own experiences. But thank you for just allowing me to be me. And that's it. I love you guys. I will see you soon. I have to reach across the screen, which I don't like, so I'm probably going to change how I shoot my video again, because I don't like that. The Virgo in me doesn't like that. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.